Krishna Yanama Om 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 Krishna Yanama. Very good morning to all of you. This is the second class for TDS and TCS. I'll revise everything, but right now we are going right from the beginning. No, we'll do one thing. We are not going from the beginning. Already wo ho chuka hai once. Let us do the latest part first. That is all the addition to the TDS, TCS. Yesterday I have given you the concept, the base. Did you all write the booster notes? Why only one or two students are posting in the Telegram and in the challenges group the pictures? I want all of you to post. Did you all write? Just how to remember all commission together? Right. Then let us begin very quickly. Okay. Before I start the class today, one confusion with many of the students, common query I'm getting. So I want to address that. So many of you have attended regular classes super well. You have done homeworks super duper well. You have written chapter wise exams for basics, for residential status, for house property, business head, chhod diya, capital gain, chhod diya. So now this is the right time to hold on to yourself, keep up the consistency, however you may feel ki enough. You can visualize the scenario after your exam wherein you will get time to watch movies, to sleep, to relax with friends, to go for outings. Sabke liye time milega. Pick up a diary and write down everything. Your wish list should be very big, no problem. Write that and then also visualize your future if you can see the now. With the degree, with the profession, you are into practice or you into job, and you are living such an awesome professional life, right? So if you can visualize that, you will stay consistent. That's the only thing. Students have already worked hard, but now they are like, ab kya kare, little scattered. So for that, make up the timetable. Write your topic's name, house property, this. Say you have taken coaching with me, regular class and now fast track. So concept class material, institutes material, RTP of May 23, November 23, May 24, MTP of May 24, MTP 2, like that, and then put the ticks. Whatever is done. Sometimes too tired you are, at least past November or December exams, MTPs you can check. It's combine all chapters in question answer form, and that's very interesting. So hope this planning. I don't know if you have seen in my GST and income tax hard copy, even in the DT compiler, you will see a planner. So fill up that planner to keep yourself consistency on the track. Whatever may come, I am going to achieve my goals. Leave aside all the functions, festivals. It's not that you study. Take quality good breaks also. Go for a walk, take a nap, listen to music, go for your Zumba dance, yoga class, music class, whatever you are going on. Maybe routine music classes 1 hour, because exams are nearby, just go half an hour. हाँ बैडमिंटन खेलते हैं, क्या करते हैं, स्विमिंग यू आर गोइंग, वॉट एवर इट इज, कंटिन्यू. दैट्स रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस. आई एम टेलिंग यू द की टू सक्सेस इज along with your hard work, rest also. So spare quality good time for sleep also. So many of you are not sleeping now properly. So right now, of course, exam ke pehle last days, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, usse zyada you will not sleep. That's different scenario. But right now, quality good work, quality good sleep, and most important is, I'm literally telling you, wo shadi ka ghoda hota hai na, why do they put flaps? Horses in the wedding, why do they flaps? So that with the music, with the crackers and all, it doesn't get distracted. That's what is workable for us. Don't get distracted. However, someone says, "Arey, iske notes nahi padha kya? Uske flowchart nahi padha." And I appreciate those XYZ flowcharts are really good. But take one teacher as your mentor per subject. That's enough. मैं सप्लाई इससे पढ़ूंगा, कॉम्पोजिशन उससे पढ़ूंगा, अरे उसके नेट्स देखे क्या, प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई, अरे 1 page he is doing. This is not the right time, dear students. Trust yourself, trust your teachers, go with the flow and prepare super well. Don't get distracted. Chalo, 3 days I'll do this marathon. If you have already prepared and you're listening to the marathon, his style is different from what your regular 6 months coaching and your fast track is. You may come down with your confidence, so don't do that. I hope all this is helpful. If you have a conflict, sir nahi hilana, comment below, I will still help you out. Okay, this was a common query coming. Even I am surprised that 50% of students who wrote residential status and other exams earlier, they have not written the capital gain exam. Why? So that's what is consistency. Hold on, revise the lecture. A 2-3 days fast track batch we have taken. Revise that. Spare 5-6 hours. Next day, wake up, write 1 hour paper, mail me. I'll give you the suggested answer. It's a challenge that the quality of the paper what I have given is up to the mark of institute's exam. Okay? Chalo. Directly we are going to the TDS. TDS is tax deducted at source. I am generating income for you. I will deduct tax and pay to government. Okay. Now here one exception has come, that is, wherever the limit exceeds, like 10,000 above lottery ticket, TDS is to be deducted at the rate of 30%. So if the lottery I have won is 15,000, I don't get a deduction of 10,000. On the whole 15,000 lottery, 30% will be the TDS deposited in my account, 4,500, and 10,500 I'll be given. Is this clear to all of you? Whenever you receive the income net, you have to gross it up. Anyone is having any doubt in yesterday's class? Keep the chat box active. Maybe if you are attending through mobile phone and if it's difficult to shift it into the typing mode, just write all clear or not clear. Chalo. Then directly I'm starting with the most important amendments in the TDS TCS, that is 194N. See, government is giving you so much of modes of online payment, RTGS, NIFT, UPI, GPay, Amazon Pay, blah, blah, blah. Then they're saying, why do you need cash? In short, if I have made payment to you through bank, my money is in my bank. Now I paid you, it is in your bank. So there is all the money in rotation is with banks. It's not at your home, in your locker, in your vehicle dicky. So now government wants to discourage the cash transaction. Already we have seen in business at above 10,000, if you make payment in cash on a single day, it's disallowed. Only for transporters, the limit is 35,000. Now here, the thing is, if you are going like this, you can withdraw the cash from your own account. But beyond the limit, if you withdraw, then TDS is deducted under section 194(9). N, not 9. 194N says, if you withdraw from your own account more than 1 crore rupees, say, then TDS will be deducted on the excess part. Ma'am, yesterday we have done 5 problems for 194C. Wherever the limit exceeded on the whole amount, you have deducted TDS. 194N is exception to the rule. Where you exceed the limit, TDS is deducted. So I am taking 194N. The reason is there are some amendments over there. Subah class, Sham mein class, this always happens in the month of March and April. And routine class, I get breaks. While you write, I sit and relax my throat. But these classes are like so much of continuous speaking. ठीक है, चलो. तो हम क्या करेंगे? 194N amendment we will do. We will do question answer, and beyond that 194P, Q, R, S, all we will cover up right now because these are all related to amendment. Please don't get confused. Scheme, I have taken little haphazard some of the amendments, yet I have not done. Pakka, so many of you are attending live and you don't want to like my video. You don't want to comment. Is it? Huh? Kyun? You're not following the class? Every day you are attending, you're not following the class? Okay. TCS time permits we'll do. I know I got little delayed today with the GST and all the schedules. GST material is already uploaded in the WhatsApp group. Take a printout of that today, and tomorrow we are doing chapter 3, supply, composition. Such easy questions are asked from that. Chalo. Directly let us go to the table. I am into 194N. Ma'am, in between few are left. Yes, I know. I'll take it little later. banking company, cooperative bank, banking company or the cooperative bank or post office. When 1 crore is per bank for all the account limit. Payment in cash exceeding 1 crore to account holder means from your own saving account or current account in a bank, you are withdrawing 1 crore and above. Okay. CW is cash withdrawal. Okay. Now, in any person, if the cash withdrawal is 120 lakhs, 120 lakhs is 1 crore 20 lakhs. So up to 1 crore, no problem. On 20 lakhs, 2% TDS is deducted. If a person is defaulter, ma'am, what do you mean by defaulter? I'll say, if he has not filed his return and all. So in case of defaulter, 1 crore limit comes down to 20 lakhs. First 20 lakhs nil, 20 lakhs to 1 crore. On the next 80 lakhs, it's 2%. And above 1 crore more, 20 lakhs, 5%. Are you getting? From your own saving or current account, and these limits are bank wise. So I have an account in Bank of India, Banjara Hills, Bank of India, Osmania University, Bank of India, Begum Bazaar. These are the three areas in Hyderabad. So from all put together, I should not withdraw. You know, what is the need? Why you are withdrawing more than 1 crore rupees cash? We are allowing you so many online modes, no? Many data, government data. So if any person, the cash withdrawal, I'm going to give you superb examples that will make this provision very, very clear. Yeah. In case of defaulter, right? Above 20 lakhs to 1 crore, it's 5%. Above 1 crore, 2% for cash withdrawal above 20 lakhs, that is on 80 lakhs, 2%, and 5% for the cash withdrawal above 1 crore. In case of others, 2% on the cash withdrawal above 1 crore. These are same things printed twice. अब इसको note 9 में जाके पढ़ते हैं. And all of you, however well you follow the booster notes which I have given, मैम टेबल में इतने अच्छे तरीके से तो आपने पूरा लिखा दिया है. Still, I want all of you to write the booster notes. Not now. अभी हम पहले इसका question practice करते हैं. देखो. I'm going little ahead because for every this thing I have given the note, the clarifications and the question answer. है ना? चलो 194N. Cash withdrawal for all the SSCs above 1 crore. 1 crore is also equal to 100 lakhs is 2%. In case of defaulter, 20 lakhs tak no problem. 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 2%. Above 1 crore, 5%. Defaulter. If the recipient has not furnished the return of income for all the 3 assessment years relevant to previous year, for which time limit of filing has expired immediately preceding the previous year. Ma'am, gijgij hai. Kuch to jhol hai. What is the jhol? Who is said to be defaulter? Who has not furnished the return for 3 years. The due date of filing the return is over before our financial year. What is our financial year? 23-24. Before that comes December 22. You all know, if you your year ending is March, you have to file your return by July. Tax audit hai to September. At the most, belated return you can file December. So what is my financial year? Say 23-24. So till 31st December 2023. It's the due date of filing the return for which year? 20-23. Financial year 22-23 is return July 23. If you have missed out December 23 and December 23 is before my current year starts, before this year, what are the 3 years for which due date is over, right? So they are 19-20, 20-21, 21-22. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah. So if a person is defaulter, he has not filed the return for 3 consecutive years, 1920, 2021, 21, 22. Then instead of 1 crore for him, even if he withdraws above 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 2%. 1 crore above 5%. Otherwise, 1 crore above 2%. Right? Same case applies with a cooperative society. This is latest amendment. Cooperative bank, cooperative society, uske liye, right? If a person withdraws above 3 crores, 2%. If he is a defaulter, then 20 lakh to 1 crore tha, and 20 lakh to 3 crore, 2%. 3 crore ke above, 5%. Are you getting? I know there are some figures to be learned, so I will literally say कि एक दो section छोड़ दो. 194 SS वाला, NSS वाला छोड़ दो. But this one you have to do it. For example, cash withdrawal is 120 lakhs. So up to 1 crore, 100 lakhs, no problem. 20 lakhs pay 2%. Withdrawal above the limit only TDS is applicable, and this is exception to rule. Otherwise, wherever limit exceeds, पूरे पे TDS कटता है. If he is a defaulter, first 20 lakhs nil, next 80 lakhs 2%, next 20 lakhs 5%. Clear to all of you? For cooperative society from this year, instead of 1 crore, the limit is 3 crores. Okay? Right. Just give me 2 minutes time. Aap padho. We will solve questions for this. And now, without looking at the answer, you all should answer it. Yeah. Can you all please answer one by one? इससे related एक problem है. Yeah. This 194N, that is TDS on the cash withdrawal, is not applicable for any payment made to government. If I am withdrawing the money from my own account 2 crore and paying tax to government, TDS will not be deducted. Banking company, payment to banking company, one bank paying to another, no TDS. A business correspondent, any white label ATM. You know, banks, they withdraw the money from their account, they send it in vans with a security guard to put up cash in the ATM. Can they withdraw? Can bank withdraw from its own account 5 crore and put it in different ATMs? Yes. Okay. So for whom 194N is not applicable? If you have withdrawn and you are making payment to government or to banks or to business correspondents who do the work on behalf of bank or ATM operator and so on. Okay, right. 194O we have seen yesterday, but definitely I'll revise all this because they are really interesting. Are you all following? Until now I have done what? 194N. Okay, stop and go to your notebook. Were you all there in yesterday's class? How I have done groupism, like all the commission above 15,000, 5%. Ask your doubts. Kalsab, this one also I explained very slowly. 194 IA, very important. Chalo. Now, we will write about 194N. Cash withdrawn from saving account or current account, bank wise. Why did I write bank wise? बैंक वाइज क्यों लिखा है? From saving account, current account, bank wise. Because this limit is bank wise. Okay, right. Now we will make a table. Ma'am, it's all there, no, in your material. Still to learn it, I trust that you all are writing. Click the picture and send in Telegram and Challengers group. Ma'am, we have made the table. Because 194N will surely come in exam 110%. Right. Particulars. For all SSEs and for cooperative society or bank or whatever you call. Okay. Now, withdrawal above, withdrawal above 1 crore, 5% is the TDS deducted, and bank will deposit to government, and bank will give you 95 lakhs. Just an example. For cooperative society, withdrawal above 3 crore, above 1 crore, the rate is 2%. Above 3 crore, the rate is 2%. Clear to all of you? Again, I'll have to shift the problem because जहां उसका concept है ना, वहीं पे examples देना जरूरी है. Now, in case of defaulter, who is a defaulter? Who has not furnished the return for 3 years, for which due date of filing the return is over. So, in case of defaulter, withdrawal greater than 20 lakhs to 1 crore, that is 80 lakhs pay 2% TDS. Greater than 1 crore, 5%. Are you all with me? If an SSC is a defaulter, up to 20 lakhs, no problem. 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 80 lakhs pay 2%. 1 crore ke above 5%. If the cooperative society, in case of defaulter, the cooperative society has not filed its return. Now what they will do? I'm giving you very crystal clear, and we will solve 10 problems. Out of that, one will come either in MCQ or 2 marks bit questions. So now withdrawal up to 20 lakhs, nil, no TDS. More than 20 lakhs to 100 lakhs, matlab, sorry, this is a cooperative society. So more than 20 lakhs to 3 crore. That is 280 lakhs pay. Kitna percent? 2%. More than 3 crore, 5%. Easy. Finished writing all of you and write down who is the defaulter. Non-furnishing of return of 3 years. 3 years. Due date of which, write this language, due date of which is over in PPY. Ma'am, what is PPY? Preceding previous year. For us, what is the previous year? Say 23-24. So preceding previous year, 31st December 2023 is due date of filing the return. For which year? 22-23. और उसके पहले 21-22. उसके पहले 2021. Is it correct? Due date of filing the return is over. December 23. Oh, sorry, our financial year is 23-24, no? So preceding previous year is December 22. Really sorry. And December 22 is due date of filing the return for 21-22, 2021 and 19-20. 3 years he has not filed the return. I'm learning the technology, dear students. Some of you, like below the video, if I give you the link of Google Drive notes, I feel it's easy. But now, because I have put the DT compiler in the Telegram, okay? Right. So join the Telegram, dear student, and after the class, I'll surely put it again. Pakka. Earlier, it was like, you could scroll up and check all the messages. If you're not able to do, no problem. And any doubts you have, any question, highly recommended, whether you're writing inter or final exam, to solve the RTP of May 24. CA RTP. It's already solved in another video, live video only. मैम मैं तो CMA एग्जाम लिख रहा हूँ, फिर भी करो बेटा, because that RTP is completely based on your amendments. Whatever are amendments, to apply that amendment, superb, I can say quality good questions are given. ठीक है? Right. And you will understand the class now, even if you are not having the notes, because these are not jumbo problems. Yes, of course, but for computation of income, which I'm going to do day after tomorrow, please invite all your friends how to solve computation of income problem, presentation, how to read the question, 14 marks question, how to attempt with good speed, what analysis should go in your mind by normal tax regime, by sab karenge day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is now combined class, return of income, और जो छोटे छोटे टॉपिक रह गए, advanced tax interest, all you do. Okay? Hope I'm clearing all your doubts, but then if it is clear, at least put me a message, all clear. आप लोग सुन रहे हैं? Thank you. So now this thank you goes two way. Yeah, I always say. And when you feel that and you do, you are vibrating at a higher level. नो नेगेटिविटी विल कम नियर बाय टू यू. भाग जाएगी नेगेटिविटी. अरे इसका कॉन्फिडेंस तो देखो. हम कहाँ चले दीप्ति मैम को परेशान करने और उनके स्टूडेंट्स को परेशान करने. ओके, come directly to the questions. 1 minute. I want to do one very beautiful question. Yeah. Compute the TDS in the given case. Are you all with me? Problem number 12 I am checking right now. 194N I explained. 194N I made you write. And now 194N we are solving the question. Compute the TDS in the given cases under 194N in case of following individual, assuming that this is the only withdrawal. Okay. The person mentioned in 7 to 10. They have not filed their return since last 5 years. Oh, ma'am, they are defaulter. You said 3 years. They have not filed the return for 5 years. Right? Okay. And from wherever you are, join and attend. Arey, abhi not. Dipti ma'am is so teaching good. I am to following. I will watch the video from day one. Arey, kab karoge beta? जो चल रहा है वो तो करो साथ में. You all are doing revision. You will follow. So who are the defaulters? 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. Chalo. Now, Harshit has withdrawn 1 crore 10 lakhs. So on 10 lakhs, 2%. TDS under section 194 N. How will you remember N? 194 N. No, don't withdraw cash from your account. No, don't withdraw cash. Do online payment. नहीं तो TDS कट जाएगा. सो जाओ, नहीं तो गब्बर आ जाएगा वैसा. नो, डोंट डिडक्ट, डोंट विड्रॉ कैश फ्रॉम योर अकाउंट more than 1 crore, otherwise 194N will be applicable. Pranav has withdrawn 90 lakhs. No TDS since it's less than 1 crore. ABC Cooperative Society has withdrawn 2 crore 70 lakhs. For cooperative society from this financial year, it's an amendment that the limit is 3 crore. So 270, no TDS under section 194N. XYZ Cooperative Society, 3 crore 10 lakhs. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm just seeing if it is a cooperative society and if it is a defaulter, kahin kuch likha hai. Yeah, no, XYZ is not a defaulter, but the withdrawal is 3 crore and 10 lakhs. So up to 3 crore, it's not a problem. After that, 10 lakhs pay 2%. ठीक है? Right? Webhub. Yeah. Webhub has withdrawn 2 crore 10 lakhs. So up to 1 crore, no problem. Beyond 1 crore, 110 lakhs. Yeah, 1 crore and 10 lakh, 2%. A Limited is a company. Yeah, 1 crore 5 lakh. So all the SSEs are in the limit of 1 crore. So 5 lakh pay 2%. Clear to all of you? Now, DF is a partnership firm and they are defaulters. Had they not been defaulter, now TDS would not have been deducted because this is 90 lakhs. Clear to all of you? Yeah. But because they are a defaulter, up to 20 lakhs nil, 20 to 90 on the 70 lakhs, 2%. Clear to all of you? Varun, 120 lakhs, he's a defaulter. So up to 20 lakhs, no problem. Next 80 lakhs, 2%. और उसके beyond 20 lakhs, 5%. Okay? Rakesh has withdrawn 45 lakhs. Ma'am, just 45 lakhs, 1 crore is the limit. But Rakesh is a defaulter. For defaulters, the limit is 20 lakhs. So first 20 chhod do. Next 20 to 45, 25 lakhs. Pay 5%. PQR is a cooperative society, 3 crore 30 lakhs. But it is a defaulter. So 20 lakhs, no problem. 20 lakhs to 3 crore. 280 lakhs, 2%. 3 crore के ऊपर 30 lakhs पे 5%. Take your time. We started little late, तो अभी तो कोई break नहीं है बेटा. आपको break चाहिए तो बोलो, otherwise I'll go on and on very fast. Ask your doubts. You are getting coaching, you are getting notes. Then I'm just asking you to comment. You can comment, no ma'am, 194 and clear. I explained you the concept. I made you write the booster notes and I've solved this question. Regular class, they don't have these answers. They have to do on their own. मजा आता है बहुत. वो actual learning है, but that is regular class, which goes on for more than 60-70 classes of 2.5 hours each. ठीक है? चलो. So this is about 194N. If you withdraw from your own account more than 1 crore, all clear? 194N is clear? Even if you are watching as recording, you can comment below the video 194N clear. Chalo, next now N. 194O, e-commerce operator. This I did yesterday. So 2 minutes it will take. We will revise it with the help of diagram we have drawn yesterday. E-commerce operator. Same we are going to do in section 9.5 today in supply. You have to write 100 marks paper for income tax and GST. Huh? So in supply, e-commerce operator is liable to pay tax. Who is e-commerce operator? Flipkart and all. They are supplying to customer. Customer is making payment to them. And supplies are made by e-commerce participant. Okay. Now, e-commerce operator will keep his money paid by customer, his commission and all, and make the payment to e-commerce participant. So while making payment, is e-commerce operator generating the income for e-commerce supplier participant? जो company अपने goods बेच रही है? Yes. Then TDS is to be deducted 1% of the gross sales. TDS is to be deducted 1% of the gross sales. And if the e-commerce participant doesn't give you the PAN, then 5%. Okay. Now here an emotion is there which comes so much in MCQs. E-commerce participant is a chota mota trader. Say for example, Sheila is a housewife and she just makes some handicrafts and she's selling on Amazon. Then TDS will not be deducted under 194O by e-commerce operator if she's an individual or HUF and gross receipts or the business is less than 5 lakhs and she gives all the PAN card details. Okay. So 194O is clear. O online. O online. Ma'am, ऐसा लग रहा है phonics पढ़ा रहे. N all clear. N is no, don't withdraw cash. P 194P. This is for senior citizen. This comes very beautifully in exam and it's very simple. The most simplest. थोड़ा भी complication नहीं है. 194 N के जितना भी नहीं. It's that simple. What am I explaining you? 194P. 194P says that if you are a senior citizen, ma'am, senior citizen above 60 years, for 194P 75 years and above, and you are just getting a retirement income, two types. One is pension you are getting from company that you put in bank, and in the same bank you make FDs. So what is the income of this pensioner? P for pensioner 194P. Pensioner is getting pension and he is getting FD interest and everything he puts in the same bank. Now 194P has shifted the responsibility from senior citizen to the bank. Is senior citizen above 75, you don't have to file your return, you are exempt. And whatever is your income in this bank, only this bank you should have income, FD interest and pension. On this, bank will compute your income. Bank will take all the required details under 194P. Bank will compute your income, calculate the tax, divide by 12, and bank will deduct the TDS under 194P. Khatam. Easy? Clear to all of you? Dekho. Just read it. It's super duper easy. 1 second. I'm here only. Apkodu. Thank you for waiting. Shall I read for all of you? Apne padha. 194P requires deduction of TDS on the specified rates, whatever is tax rate, and on total income of senior citizen, giving effect to Chapter 6A deductions. See, they will take all the details from senior citizen. Ki, are you putting any money in PPF? Are you eligible to get rebate and all? Specified bank means bank which is a scheduled nationalized bank with RBI. A specified senior citizen is exempted from filing his return of income for the year in which TDS is deducted. Yeah. So senior citizen is exempted from filing the return. Who is specified senior citizen? Age 75 years and above. He has pension income. Okay, no other income except interest income from the same bank. Has furnished declaration to the specified bank containing particulars. CBDT has provided that on furnishing of such declaration in the prescribed form by specified senior citizen, the specified bank has to compute the total income of senior citizen and deduct TDS. Okay. So bank will compute your income. Say your income pay or tax is coming to 120. Divide by 12. Bank will deduct 10,000 every month and pay tax on your behalf. The bank has to compute the total income and deduct TDS after giving effect for deductions. The effect of deduction allowable has to be given based on evidence furnished by senior citizen. Yeah. Senior citizen will give, okay, I have put money in PPF this. and the bank will deduct. Anyhow, the bank has to pay the FD interest to senior citizen. In that, they will deduct the TDS. अच्छा है 194P. Did you get one thing? 194P, there is no rate of TDS, 10%, 5%, 2%. Don't do it blindly. Understand and do it. ठीक है? चलो. Next one, now I am going to 194Q. It has a linked TCS section also. So we will do it both together. पहले 194Q. 194Q says, suppose you are purchasing the goods above 50 lakhs and you need to make payment to the seller. Then TDS is to be deducted under 194Q. How? Let us see. Okay. TDS on purchase of goods. Say that any buyer whose turnover from the business exceeds 10 crore in the preceding year, PPY. Say this year is 23-24, so 20 to 23 mein the turnover, okay, of the buyer. I am buying. So my turnover last year exceeded 10 crore. Then who is responsible for paying any sum to Indian resident seller for purchase of goods? Aggregate value exceeding 50 lakhs shall at the time of payment or credit. You know, when I purchase the goods, purchase to creditor. So I am crediting, abhi I have not paid, whichever is earlier. So due or payment basis, whichever is earlier, TDS will be deducted at the rate of 0.1% of the purchase exceeding 50 lakhs and deposited with the government by 7th of next month. And if the seller fails to provide the PAN to buyer, the TDS will be deducted at the rate of 5%. See, we are saying you, I am the buyer, you are the seller. My last year's turnover is more than 10 crore. And this year, I have purchased above 50 lakhs from you throughout the year. Wherever I exceed 50 lakhs, 0.1% TDS is deducted under 194Q. Ma'am, until now it was 45 lakhs purchase, 10 lakhs more purchase. So in this single bill, 5 lakh is exempt. Remaining 5 lakh purchase pay, 0.1% is the TDS. I'll deduct and pay you and I'll give you the TDS certificate. Clear to all of you 194Q? Huh? Two sections I'm doing together. Go to TCS. Ma'am, we didn't start yet with TCS. I know that. But just for 194Q's understanding, let us go to TCS 206C1H. 206C1H. Aajao. Yeah, it must be after the procedural part. I know I'm going slow, but these are very important sections. हो जाएगा ये. To not 6C1H. Last one in the TCS. Check this. And then which one will apply when? I will clarify. देखो जल्दी से पढ़ते हैं. 206C1H, sale of goods exceeding 50 lakhs. You know what is TCS? Tax collected at source. The seller will collect with the sale price TCS and deposit it with government and give me a certificate. I'll draw and show you in the notebook. But these two are linked and very interesting and very important. Every person being a seller who receives any amount as consideration for sale of goods exceeding 50 lakhs other than exported goods or goods covered in above is required to collect TCS. Okay. At the time of receipt of the amount at 0.1% of the sale consideration above 50 lakhs. However, tax is not required to be collected if buyer is liable to do TDS under 194Q. या तो Q लगेगा या 206C1H लगेगा, right? In case of non-punishing of PAN and Aadhaar, instead of 0.1%, TDS will be deducted at 1%. Okay? Buyer means a person who purchases the goods but does not include central government and all local authority. Seller means a person who sells the gross receipts from the turnover preceding year exceeds this. Okay. We'll write it in the notebook for clarity. Okay, and today remind me what I have planned is after doing this, we will also check up the questions of past exam. चलो जल्दी से करते हैं, नोटबुक में आ जाओ. We'll write a note for this. Buyer previous year 22-23, last year's turnover exceeds 10 crore. Buyers last year's turnover exceeds 10 crore. हाँ, फिर से लिखो 194Q और 206C1H. 206C1H. Yeah, we'll write a comparative. See, both will not be applicable, dear students. Tax deducted at source और काट के दो या tax collected at source. Both will not come together. Overseas remittance also there is an amendment. That what I was checking. So that also we can do together. Yeah. One second, dear students. टू नॉट 6C1H. यहाँ पे क्या एप्लीकेबल है? TDS. Are you writing what I'm making you write? To help you solve the questions in exam. We have written this so nicely. 194N. Are you able to write from screen? Are you watching it full screen? 194N और 206C. यहाँ पे क्या एप्लीकेबल होगा? TDS. यहाँ क्या एप्लीकेबल होगा? TCS. If buyer's turnover in preceding previous year, what will be preceding previous year? 22-23 exceeds 10 crore. 206 कब एप्लीकेबल होगा? If sellers 206C1H is seller is collecting. So if the seller's turnover in the preceding previous year 22-23 exceeds 10 crore. Okay, right. Buyer will deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% on purchases. Buyer will deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% on purchases above 50 lakhs. Okay, last year your turnover exceeded 10 crore. Now this year, see, these all sections are important. So please don't watch this video at 1.5. You will surely follow everything if you watch at 1.5, पर दिमाग में learn नहीं होगा और ये एग्जाम में आते हैं. I told you the weightage of this class is 8 marks. 4 bits, 8 marks. This compiler material which I am using to solve the problem and give the notes is available in Telegram. So if the buyer's last year's turnover, PP wise preceding previous year, exceeds 10 crore, buyer will deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% on purchases above 50 lakhs. This year, if the purchase is 65 lakhs, 50 lakhs chhod do. Above that TDS. Ma'am, 194 and also above that. Rest all once you exceed the limit on the whole amount. Here, seller will collect TCS. Seller will say, okay, pay me sale consideration 100 and extra you pay me at the rate of 0.1% on sales above 50 lakhs. Whatever he has sold to you up to 50 lakhs, no problem. Beyond that, how much it will be? Yeah, right? Now, buyer is deducting TDS. Now here, it's all given beautifully with 10 examples in your material. All created example. So wait and watch. I have explained you the concept, first part. I'm making you write the booster notes, second part. And we will apply this and solve the question, third part. I knew someone would ask कि मैम अगर दोनों का टर्नओवर 10 लाख से ज्यादा है तो वेट नो बेटा, I'll give you the solution for that also. उसका भी रास्ता निकालेंगे. If who is deducting TDS? Buyer. Buyer is saying to seller, if seller does not give PAN, if seller does not give PAN, then TDS rate will be 5%. Here, who is collecting TCS? Seller, है ना? Seller TCS collect कर रहा है. तो he is asking to buyer. If buyer does not give PAN, buyer PAN देता ही नहीं है, तो फिर seller क्या करेगा? Yeah, he will collect the TCS at higher rate, and that higher rate is 1%. Here it is 5%, here it is 1%. And other than this, if the deductee doesn't give the PAN detail, deduct the TDS at 20%. Taught to you. And a very bold or, ma'am, both will not come. मैं TDS काट लूं, आप TCS कर लो, दोनों नहीं आएगा, नहीं आएगा. Followed all of you? If for both turnover is greater than 10 crore, 194Q applicable. Buyer is saying my turnover is above 10 crore last year. I will deduct the TDS on purchases made above 50 lakhs at the rate of 0.1. If you don't give the PAN, then 5%. Seller is saying my last year's turnover is also 10 crore. So seller will collect TCS at the rate of 1% on sales above 50 lakhs. If buyer does not give PAN, then TCS rate is 1%. Now, if for both the turnover exceeds 10 crore, 194Q will prevail. TDS लगेगा, TCS नहीं लगेगा. Is this clear to you? I feel most important is this point. Of course, this is the first point, this is the second point, this is the third point. First point, second point, third point. Ma'am, will they ask distinguish between Are Baba? Bilkul nahi. Finish writing or shall I wait? So many of you are live and why you are not commenting, I don't understand. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि नहीं समझता तो आप क्यों बैठेंगे पूरी क्लास में, भाग जाएंगे आप तो. There is some reason why I have gone slow, because these are so much in MCQs and case studies also. Let us check this in the DT Sarathi compiler. Dekho. Every person being a seller who receives any amount of consideration for sale, okay, of the goods of the value exceeding 50 lakhs in a previous year, other than export goods, yeah, 0.1% of sale consideration above 50 lakhs he will collect, okay, under. However, tax is not to be collected if the buyer is liable. If the buyer is doing 194Q, so it's like India versus Australia match, like that 194Q versus 206C 1H, then 194Q will prevail. Okay? Right. Chalo, let us take up some examples of this. I've given in the material in the TDS section. I know थोड़ा आज ऊपर नीचे कर रहे हैं, but ये ऐसा ही है ना. Where were we? Yeah, 194Q. If my turnover last year exceeds 10 crore and I am a resident, I have to pay to a seller who is, and I am a buyer about 50 lakhs, I will deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% and deposit it with the government. Okay. If the seller refuses to give the PAN details, I will deduct the TDS instead of 0.1% at 5%. Now, in these case, both buyer as well as seller, preceding year's sale turnover exceeding 10 crore. Will both the obligation of TDS arise? The answer is no. It will be liability of the buyer to deduct TDS. I hope you are getting. Seller is saying, मैं ही TCS collect कर लेता हूँ ना. I am saying I will only deduct. So who will prevail? 194Q. So in case if there's a conflict, 194O and Q. You know what is O? E-commerce operators last year's turnover is above 10 crore. And he's buying. Okay. So 194O और Q में क्या prevail करेगा? 194O. 194O and 206C1H O. O means online business, e-commerce operator. N means no, don't withdraw cash. 194Q versus 206C1H, Q will prevail. Provisions of 194Q are not applicable to some of the trading and transactions of electricity and all. ठीक है, ये सब कुछ important नहीं है. And provisions would not apply to buyer being a non-resident. TDS under 194Q shall be deducted on taxable value excluding GST component. This I told you in 194IA also. Rent के time भी आपको बोला था. However, on advance and all, the TDS will be deducted. Right? Chalo, check up these examples. Seller का turnover 12 crore. Buyer का 8. Seller is saying, oh, my last year's turnover is above 10 crore. Then 194 क्या applicable होगा? हाँ? Seller का turnover. सामने seller का turnover 12 crore. Buyer, I am a buyer. My turnover is only 8 crore. 194Q का तो सवाल ही नहीं आता है. So which will be applicable? TCS. What is the aggregate value of the sale or purchase? Are you reading with me? 60 lakhs. So taxable amount कितना है? 10. 50 lakhs तक तो नहीं लगेगा. TCS लगाएगा 0.1% से seller. Because seller's turnover is above 10 crore and buyers is just 8 crore. Okay. But buyer is not giving PAN. What's the difference in first and second? Seller wants to collect TCS at the rate of 0.1%. But buyer is not giving the PAN. Then he will collect the TCS at the rate of 1%. Now change. सेलर का टर्नओवर 8 है. वी आई एम द बायर. मेरा तो लास्ट ईयर का टर्नओवर 12 लाख है. नाउ टीडीएस 194Q applicable at the rate of 0.1%. Now I am the buyer, but seller's PAN is not available. Then I will deduct TDS at 5%. 194Q PAN nahi hai, 5%. 206C1H seller PAN is not available for buyer. Opposite people PAN we want. If I am a buyer, I am deducting TDS. I want the PAN of seller. Seller is not having PAN, 5% TDS. Otherwise 0.1%. Now both are having turnover above 10 crore. Then I told you TDS will prevail at the rate of 0.1%. Both turnover is more. Then TDS will prevail. But I am the buyer. I will deduct TDS and the 194Q. But seller is not giving the PAN. Then instead of 0.1, 5%. Okay. I know we have gone little slow. अभी हमने 2-3 ही किए. Today which we have done 194N. No. Don't withdraw cash above 1 crore. 194O online business. And 194Q 206C1H. These many are done. Quickly, we will take a break of 3 minutes. Assemble back, check these examples, and we will continue with more of the TDS जो बचे हुए हैं. मतलब 10-15 मिनट में चैप्टर खत्म हो जाएगा. Then TCS. Okay, are you also back after the break? So what we have done until now, 194 O. O is for online business, right? TDS is deducted by e-commerce operator for whatever payment he is making to e-commerce participant. Okay, right. Rarest case, if e-commerce participant is directly getting payment, in that case also the commission and all he has to pay and TDS provisions will be there. Only if e-commerce participant is a small one with a turnover up to 5 lakhs, then TDS provisions are not applicable. He has to give his detail. What is that detail he has to give? PAN and other details. 194O. Then the class started with 194N. Your own money, if you withdraw from your bank account or saving account, then TDS is deducted under 194N. If the withdrawal exceeds 1 crore, for cooperative society 3 crore. If the cooperative society or other SSCs are defaulter, then this 1 crore and 3 crore limit goes to 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 2%. Above 1 crore, 5%. Same way here, 20 lakhs to 3 crore, 2%. Above 3 crore, 5%. Done, done. So this was all. Last we did before the break was 194Q. Please always study like this. Did you like the booster notes we have written in the tabular form for 194Q versus 206C1H? 194Q किसके लिए? TDS, CA, TCS. Who will deduct TDS? Buyer. Buyer says my last year's turnover is above 10 crore and this year I have made purchases from the seller above 50 lakhs. I will deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% on the purchases above 50 lakhs. Seller says my last year's turnover is more than 10 lakhs. I will collect TCS along with the sales price. I will collect TCS at the rate of 0.1% on the sales above 50 lakhs. Now both are saying me, lado mat, 194Q will prevail. Acha, 194Q and 194O, right? Okay, in that what will prevail? We have seen, no? 194Q and 194O. 194O will prevail. Why 194O will prevail? Because for online, the rate is different. Okay. Now, as a buyer, I want to deduct TDS at 0.1%, but the seller is not giving the PAN card detail. I will deduct TDS at 5%. TCS, he is asking to buyer, give your details, PAN details. If buyer is not giving, instead of 0.1% TCS collected, he will collect TCS at 1%. Here default 5%, their default 1%. I'm doing it orally. Keep your notebook open. How are the 10 examples we have done now? Okay. Chalo, we'll go to the next one. 194Q हो गया. Now 194R. R पे चलते हैं. ये देखो. TDS on benefit of perquisite in respect of business or profession. You know, only 194R can be taught to you in a 2 hours class. That in depth are the clarifications. For this, the gist of it I have given in brief, and this much is important. Any person who is responsible for providing to any resident any benefit by way of perquisite from business. You know, when you give perquisites related to salary to employee from employer, any perquisites received are taxable for the employee under the head salary. These are perquisites I am giving from business, right? However, TDS is not required by a provider of the facilities, individual and HUF, and whose turnover does not exceed 1 crore. Huh? 1 crore से अगर आपका turnover exceed नहीं कर रहा है and you are a small individual HUF, or if you are a professional, your gross receipts is not exceeding 50 lakhs, 194R is not applicable. Before providing such perquisite, TDS shall be deducted at the rate of 10% of the value or aggregate value of the benefit of perquisite exceeding 10,000. Yes, whatever perquisites you are giving in business, For example, mine is Aarti Labs. We are making a cough serum. And now we are giving lot of perquisites to doctors to promote our cough serum. So up to 20,000, it's not a problem. Beyond that, whatever perquisite I'm giving in cash or in kind, 10% is the rate. Isko block mein dalo. Where benefit of perquisite is wholly in kind or partly in cash, partly in kind, TDS shall be deducted and the person responsible for providing the benefit of perquisite shall ensure that tax required to be deducted has been paid either by him or by the recipient as advance tax. So TDS to फिर भी कटेगा. If I am giving, say, a costly laptop bag to all the doctors worth 30,000. Now, even if I'm giving it as perquisite, TDS is to be deducted and that much amount I'll take cash from the recipient of the perquisite. I think earlier also this we have done. Lottery to theek hai. Prize and games and all. Your winning is 50,000 rupees washing machine. Actually, if it is 50,000 cash, 50,000 ka 30%. I'll deduct and pay and I'll give you the remaining amount. But if 50 whole I have to give you, are you all getting? Then I'll ask you to pay me cash so that I can deduct the TDS and pay. Simple. There's no further requirement to check whether amount is taxable in the hands of recipient or not. I am giving you perquisites. I will deduct the tax and pay to government. You are filing your return or not, I am not bothered. TDS is to be deducted irrespective of the benefit is revenue or capital. I may give you a mobile phone, capital nature. I may give you some income revenue nature. Doesn't matter, 194R is deducted. On loan waiver by bank or one-time settlement, 194R is not applicable. Banks, they say to customer, okay, you have defaulted 5 installment. You pay 2 installments right now. We will waive the 3 installment. Are the 3 installment like perquisite given by the bank to the defaulter? No. समझ में आए तो ठीक है ज्यादा टेंशन मत लो ये सब पॉइंट्स का valuation would be based on the perquisites above 20,000 related to business may be given in cash or in kind. For example, you give a mobile phone. So what is the market value or the MRP of the new mobile phone? Benefit of perquisite has purchased before providing to recipient. Company purchased the perquisite and then provided. So what's the value of the perquisite? Purchase value. Benefit provided by manufacturers. I'm manufacturing, say, perfumes and I give one perfume bottle. Then what is the MRP of that perfume bottle? Or if I buy for you 30,000 laptop and I give you, then what's the purchase value or the MRP or the fair market value? These are all common logic points. It has been further clarified that GST would not be included for the purpose of valuation for TDS under 194R. When I'm giving you the perquisites and all, you remember employer giving perquisites to employee up to 50,000, no problem in GST. Above that GST लगेगा. तो वैसे GST on GST amount never TDS is applicable. If a social media influencer is given a product like cosmetic gadgets, etc., so that he can use it to make advertisement, then if the product is returned, it is not a perquisite. If it is retained, it becomes a perquisite. For example, we are doing ad of Bikano snacks. Amitabh Bachchan ji is doing, Amit ji, Bika ji, like that ad comes. And so for the ad, 30,000 worth all the packets and all are put up in display and he's doing the ad. And then we give it, okay, to Amit sir. Then in that case, will this become perquisite? Yes. If it is returned, no problem. Suppose let us we take a celebrity cricketer and we are doing the ad of TV, Sony TV. So Sony TV is using the TV, OLED and all. You can watch IPL match and all. And they say, okay, this is a display TV. We have used it for advertisement. Okay, given to you. Given to you means it's a perquisite. Is the value above 20,000? Yes. Then on the excess, this 10% TDS will be deducted. Okay, right? Clear to you? 194R. Anyone is having any doubt in 194R? R for perquisite, reward given related to business. If it is employer-employee, it's already covered in the salary chapter. फिर उसमें TDS नहीं आएगा. Now, virtual digital asset, cryptocurrency is taxable. Enough, we have discussed all this in capital gain also, in other source also. It is taxable flat at 30%. Indexation is not there and all. Okay. So now, who is responsible to deduct TDS under 194S? Any person responsible for paying to any person any sum by way of consideration. I have purchased Bitcoin from you. I have to pay you. Yeah. And TDS are all applicable to resident. So I'm buying from you cryptocurrency. So any person paying to any resident, seller is also a resident. At the time of credit of account or at the time of payment made, 1%. 1% TDS is deducted. Whatever, see, you have sold the cryptocurrency to me in 80,000, right? Then I have to pay you 80,000 as the sale consideration. So 1%, the buyer will deduct TDS under 194S. No tax shall be deducted in case where consideration is payable by, means the buyer is a specified person and the value or aggregate value of the consideration does not exceed 50,000, or for other person if the value does not exceed 10,000. Now, what is a specified person? Specified person means a person being an individual and HUF whose total sales gross receipts turnover does not exceed 1 crore and for professional 50 lakhs. Huh? So if I'm a small buyer buying the virtual digital asset above 50,000, then only I will deduct TDS 1% and pay to the seller. Yeah. Being an individual. See, we took more time since yesterday because we are writing booster notes. So write it with me, click the picture and send me. It will be helpful. Being an individual HF not having any income under business head. Okay. So who is specified person? Individual and HF जिसका turnover 1 crore से ज़्यादा नहीं है, or professional whose gross receipts does not exceed 50 lakh and he is not having business income. If he purchases above 50,000 cryptocurrency, then whatever amount he pays to seller, 1% TDS. For others, yeah, others. Yeah, I will definitely take a rapid revision where my aim will not be to explain the concept, not to make you write booster notes, not to solve the question like we did 194N, but just some technique to remember all together. That's called as rapid revision classes. वो हम अलग से लेंगे, है ना? चलो. Where the consideration for transfer of virtual digital asset, whole in kind or in exchange of another. 1 second, I missed some point. The provision of TAN and higher rate of TDS shall not apply to specified person in case transactions to which 194O and S. Then tax shall be deducted under 190. What is 194O? Online. E-commerce operator ki through, if you are buying and selling Bitcoin, virtual digital asset, then 194S will prevail. With a consideration for virtual digital asset, whole in kind and cash, or partly in cash and partly in kind, then the person responsible for paying such consideration shall, before releasing the consideration, ensure that TDS has been paid in respect of such consideration. Okay. So, if I'm giving to you in kind, barter system chal raha hai. You give me Bitcoin, I'll give you lithium and all. TDS तो तब भी applicable है. So person responsible paying such shall ensure that TDS has been paid in consideration. So we will deduct the TDS, we will ask other party to pay, or we can pay the cash. ठीक है? Yeah. On online gaming 194BA, any person responsible for paying online gaming TDS is 194BA. ये हमने कल भी किया था 30%. It would be deducted when the net winning is taken out. Sometimes even if net winning is reinvested in online gaming. See, online gaming is taxable at 30%. That's why the TDS rate is also 30%. Okay. So with this, we have finished TDS. All the sections 1 or 2 are pending. 194 IB and all. I will do it now only. पहले इतने के लिए let us write notes. Today we started the class with what beta? कहाँ से शुरू किए? 194N. O we have written 194N. O. Q we have finished. Verses 206C1H. Both will not come. 194R. 194R. Perquisite exceeding 20,000. Perquisite is exceeding 20,000 in cash or kind, paid लिखो इसको. Perquisite above 20,000 in cash or in kind, paid by business and profession. Yeah, above 20,000. Perquisite. Then TDS is to be deducted at the rate of 10%. TDS is to be deducted at the rate of 10% under 194R. If the perquisite is in kind. I told you I gave 30,000 worth laptop back to someone. Then 10% on purchase price or fair market value or MRP. I am giving you perquisite above 20,000 related to business and profession. I have to deduct the tax. So if it is in cash, no problem. If it is in kind, then if I have purchased and given you the laptop back, then purchase price. If my own manufacturing is there, then MRP or the FMP. Clear? 194R is not applicable to individuals and HF whose turnover does not exceed 1 crore. ये पॉइंट सबके लिए है 194R. इसके बाद 194S. 194S. Buyer to deduct TDS on purchase of virtual digital asset. Buyer should deduct TDS at the rate of 1%. बिकॉज ये सेल वैल्यू पे है ना, ये 10% तो पूरा ही इनकम है. Buyer to deduct TDS on the purchase of virtual digital asset. TDS is at the rate of 1%. Clear to all of you? Yeah. Just two more and we are done with TCS में most important I have already taught you 206C1H, बाकी सब read करना है. And one more is very important, that is overseas tour. मैं भी कराऊंगी आप. Here, if the buyer is specified person, when the buyer is said to be a specified person, then TDS above 50,000. Others के लिए TDS above 10,000. 10,000 के above ही, if I am purchasing virtual digital asset, I have to deduct the TDS at the rate of 1% and give. Now, what are the specified person? Turnover not exceeding 1 crore, gross receipts less than 50 lakhs, and no business income. कोई business income नहीं है. This is a foolproof method. We are taking little extra time. Last time I just explained. I didn't write. If you have seen the Sarathi practice batch November 23, those videos are also there in the playlist. But this time I thought लिखने से फर्क पड़ेगा. 194S. What is 194R? Perquisite, PQR सब साथ में आता है. 194S. Sale value of the virtual digital asset. You have to pay. Who should deduct the TDS? Buyer. And who should be a specified person? Buyer or seller? Buyer. Then above 50,000, 1%. Others के लिए 10,000. Who's a specified person? Whose turnover is less than 1 crore, if he's a professional, less than 50 lakhs, and no business income. (194BA). Last one, 194BA. Online gaming. TDS to be deducted at the rate of 30%. इनकम या विड्रॉल या जो भी है आपका, this is 30% on the net income, not on the sale value. Net income. GST not included for TDS purpose. This is a common line for all the provisions. If I am paying you rent 1 lakh, I have to pay 18,000. देखो मैं एक ऐसी एग्जाम्पल बता रही हूँ, but then that is applicable for all the example. अरे what happened? I don't know what's happening to the screen. 1 second. One minute. Give me time. दिस इज द बेस्ट वे टू लर्न. थोड़ा सा हार्ड वर्किंग है, बट ये बार बार नोट्स पढ़ते रहना. एंड स्पेयर मोर टाइम डियर स्टूडेंट्स. By Microsoft 365, it's already done. I don't. One second, dear students. Okay, let it be. We will adjust. होता है कभी कभी, पता नहीं क्यों. Yeah, but I hope it is clear. 194 BA online TDS is at the rate of 30%. Now I did say that GST is not included for the TDS purpose. So suppose I am paying rent now. I am paying rent. How much rent I am paying? 1 lakh. On that, GST is there at 18%. 18,000. 1 lakh 18,000. TDS deducted on only 1 lakh. Because that's what I'm paying you and that's what is your income. Are you all with me? Yes? So this is a common point applicable for all. Now one or two small ones are left. चलो वापस से शुरुआत करते हैं. Right from the beginning. Only the first one, salary वाला था, where TDS rates were with ESES. है ना? Please come back to table. TDS rates were with ESES. कल किया था? Right. Then interest above 5,000, 10%. But if it is banks and all, then interest above 40,000. For senior citizen above 50,000. Lotteries, online gaming, winning from horse races, all casual income above 10,000. One second. Okay, right. Then we have seen all commission. Can I skip all lottery, online? ये सब कल पढ़ाया था 30% TDS. Then 194C, contract payment, single 30,000 throughout the year above 1 lakh. Once this exceeds the limit, it's not beyond 30,000 TDS will be deducted. अगर 40 भी पे किया तो पूरे 40 पे TDS कटेगा. And if the pay to whom I am paying is individual HUF, 1%, others 2%. Now all the type of commission, insurance commission and lottery related commission and other commission above 15,000, it's 5%. Now insurance company, whatever amount it gives, 194 DA, very important for question answer. Above 1 lakh, TDS is deducted at the rate of 5%. 194 is very important for May attempt because it's related to NRIs. E for entertainers. So for a non-resident sportsman or association, if they are participating in game, IPL, I want all of you to write example. Or entertainer. Any singer coming from USA performing shows, TDS will be deducted at the rate of 20.8%. Right? Then we have seen rent paid above 2,40,000. Transfer of immovable property, 1% on the sale consideration. 194 IA, I have linked with the capital gain other source. So check the flow chart. Right. 194 IB we have to do now. What is 194 IB? This is rent. Ma'am, then rent is exceeding 2,40,000. This is rent related to business, plant and machinery, land and building and all. That we have read in note 4. Abhi fir se. Ye 194 I. IB is any individual HUF other than those covered in tax audit, chota mota SSEs, paying rent above 50,000 per month. Okay. They have to deduct the TDS at 5%. But TDS can be deducted in the last month. Suppose I am paying 70,000 rent from April to December. Then I can keep paying 70,000 in the last December. December ke baad I am leaving the rented apartment. So last payment whenever I make, or if it is continuous, then March. TDS is to be deducted under 194 IB above 50,000 jahan bhi ho raha hai at the rate of 5. Now, how to remember the difference between I and IB? Note 4 and 6 I want to check. Note 4 and 6 I want to check. These all questions we have done yesterday, Raj and Simran and all. Yeah, first let me read note 4 for all of you. Rent paid for plant and machinery equipment, 2% TDS. Land, building, furniture, fitting, 10%. But this 2% on plant and machinery and 10% TDS on land and building when rent exceeds 2,40,000. Business related, commercials. Now 194 IB is for individuals and HUFs whose books of accounts are not audited. So actually TDS provisions are applicable to only those individual and HUF whose books are audited. Their turnover is above 2 crore and all. But 194 IB is applicable if they are paying above 50,000 rent. Rent TDS is to be given in the last month when they are leaving or March month. Okay, right? And deductor is not required to have tax. See, I'm a chota mota individual. I'm paying 70,000 rent per month. Other than this, I'm not deducting TDS for anyone. So only for this one payment do I need to get 10 number? No. I have just purchased a property once, Kalka class 194 IA, and I had to pay 85 lakhs to the seller. And on that 1% TDS, I have to deduct and pay within 30 days because I am a buyer of the property. I don't need TAN. TAN is required where TDS is deducted again and again. Clear to all of you? Right. Mr. Ram, a salaried individual, pays rent 55,000 per month to Mr. Rahim. Okay. From June 2023. Is he required to deduct tax? If so, when? Yes. Ram's rent is exceeding 50,000, so is required to deduct TDS at the rate of 55,000 into 5. See, once the rent exceeds on the whole amount, TDS is to be deducted. Very nice question from the study material as it is asked in exam. Would your answer be changed if Ram vacated the premises on December? Yeah, then it will be April to April भी नहीं. कब से शुरू किया? जून जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर 7 months. तो फिर 7 months का TDS कटेगा. Would your answer again change if Ram does not provide PAN to Rahim? Yeah. Excuse me. If Ram does not provide PAN, then instead of 5%, TDS will be deducted at 20%. Only in case of 194Q, instead of 0.1%, it's 5%, and 206CH, instead of 0.1%, it's 1%. If PAN is not given. Otherwise, for PAN default, definitely it is 20%. In case of one above, this would amount to, but the same has to be restricted to 55,000 rent for March. Okay. In this question is not there, but in the case above, if March tak ka, yeah, 1A above means TDS कब कटेगा आपका? TDS will be deducted 55,000 into 20% into 10 months. Why 20%? Because PAN is not there. But same has to be restricted to 55,000 being rent of March month. See, in 194 IB, you have to deduct TDS when you pay rent above 50,000. ठीक है, TDS कटेगा. See, I also teach accounts and costing, dear students. So much of energy is not required. But one TDS, one deductions, one salary, you have to remember the limits and the rates. अब उसको आप रटना बोलो तो वही सही. I know as a teacher I have chosen this subject, so how much extra effort is required for GST, for income tax. Oh my God. Had it been accounts and costing, it will go like, no, makhan ki tarah smooth it will go. I know that. Because of course there are changes. IFRS, this, that, but not like this. तो अब इसको ध्यान से देखो. They said, where tax is required to be deducted at 20% if PAN not submitted, such deduction shall not exceed the amount of rent payable for the last month. Because you did not give the PAN, I am paying you rent. I will deduct the tax at 20%. So 20% comes to 1,10,000. But TDS will not exceed last month ka rent 55,000. In the same way, if it is 7 months, तो भी वही है. समझ में आ रहा है? Why 7 months? Because here he has vacated in December. So this is 194J we have done. Professionals and all yesterday. When remuneration is given to director, 10% TDS is deducted without 30,000 limit. Otherwise, 30,000 limit is there. Now 194M. Last one to understand. I know. Some of you are like tired. Is it? I can understand that. ये छोटे छोटे छोड़ दो ना म्यूचुअल फंड ये कंपल्सरी एक्विजिशन फॉरेन वाले N say I did last one I'm doing is 194M. It's an emotional deduction. When payment for 19 works contract 194C कल पढ़ाया professional fees 194H J commission and brokerage 194H. Okay, so for all this payments, TDS is applicable to individual and HF only if books of accounts are audited. But suppose if we are paying individual and HF above 50 lakhs, I'm asking someone to do interior decoration of my house and under a contract I'm paying him 60 lakhs. I am not liable to tax audit, but I am giving 60 lakhs to the interior decorator. Am I generating huge income for him? Yes. Should TDS be applicable? Yes. At the rate of 5%. Note 8 में चलते हैं and we will do a problem of this also. Let us go to note 8. Always I do it generally in 2 classes. I'm taking more time because I made you write so many notes. ये देखो एग्जाम प्रॉब्लम ही देख लो. Ramesh, an individual carrying on retail business, his turnover is 2.5 crore. Contract payment for resident repair 5 lakh. Oh, Ramesh ka turnover, he's an individual but books of accounts are audited. So 194M not applicable. Routine, if books are audited, but he is making contract payment for repairing of the house 5 lakhs. तो 5 lakhs पे कोई TDS नहीं है. समझ में आ रहा है? Because 5 lakhs payment he has made under a contract, but it's a personal payment, and on personal payment 194C is not applicable since it is for personal payment. Okay, right. Next, Ramesh paid to Valesh commission of 83,000 for business purpose. So if you pay commission to someone above 15,000, TDS लगेगा. Yeah. Under 194H, since the payment exceeds 15,000 and his turnover exceeded, TDS लगेगा under 194H. यहाँ पे रेट नहीं लिखा है, लिख दो at the rate of 5% commission पे. Now Mahesh, a distributor, his turnover is 95 lakhs. He's a chota mota individual, but he makes contract payment for reconstruction of the house 20 lakhs, then 15 lakhs, then 20 lakhs. So 55 lakhs payment. He's making personal payment 55 lakhs, and 194C is not applicable because his books of accounts are not audited, but he's making personal payment. So जहां पे 194C J or H applicable नहीं है, वहां 194M will come. Yes, how 194M will come, dear students? Let us see. 194, yes, section 194M, since aggregate of the payment are 55 lakhs, since his turnover does not exceed 1 crore, TDS under 194C are not applicable, but 194M लगेगा. समझ में आ रहा है? Yeah, how much it is? 194M. Anytime you make payment above 50 lakhs, even if it is personal payment, yes, 5% TDS will be deducted. 194M बिल्कुल लगेगा. I'll give you some homework questions wherein combine everything is asked. Right, next one. Suresh is a salaried employee. He paid brokerage for purchasing a house 55 lakhs. Above 55 lakhs, he paid brokerage. Brokerage is commission. You can't apply 194H. Why? Because he is a small person. Tax audit में नहीं आता है. तो फिर 194M में on 55 lakhs 5% TDS लगेगा, H नहीं लगेगा. Kamlesh, a pensioner, contract payment for reconstruction of the house 49 lakhs. TDS is not applicable कहीं पे. And 194 MB applicable नहीं क्योंकि. So you know what's the purpose of all this, dear students? 194M says, oh, you are making a contract payment, not applicable because you're a chota mota individual, HUF books of accounts are not. Oh, you are paying commission, 194H not applicable. Oh, you are making a professional payment, 194J not applicable. Then in all these cases 194M will come if you make single payment out of these three above 50 lakhs, may be related to business or personal, at the rate of 5%. Clear to all of you? Right? Chalo, we'll do some procedural part and then we'll close for today. TCS is left, tax collected at source. It will take time. So we will continue this class tomorrow also with overseas tour operator. Okay, that we will do in tomorrow's class. Along with that, AMT section 10, whatever is not covered, return of income, all that, we'll make it little lengthy kalka class. And same I have covered in revision video. If you have not done there, you can do it. And day after tomorrow, we are doing total income problems. Okay? Right. Clear to you? I know it will take time, dear students. Give yourself time because it's not easy. 2 minutes. When I've written so many notes, I want to write a note for 194M. Payment 194M. Payment by individual and HUF. Other than covered under section 194C, 194H, 194G. Means you are making contract payment, you are paying commission, you are paying professional fees. Above 50 lakhs, TDS is deducted at the rate of 5%. Even on personal payment. 194M बिल्कुल applicable है. देखो 2 line में I have made you learn this. This is asked in exam, then same questions which I have taken. One concept, one problem. I know we will take one more class tomorrow also for TCS, but that's going to be hardly 45 minutes and it will be over. Yeah, I will spare time for 194N revision. आपको करना है तो करो, नहीं तो FF कर दो starting का. But that is like mandatory. What's 194M? Chota mota individual and HUF whose books of accounts are not audited. But look at them. They have made contract payment 55 lakhs. They have generated so much income for the other person. They should deduct TDS. 10 not applicable. You know, for one payment, if I deduct TDS, once I purchased a property and I deducted TDS under 194IA, 10 not required. Simple, logical answer. Clear? Chalo. Now, little bit of the procedural part. Points to remember. In case the payer is individual HUF TDS, applicable only if the payment covered are this. If their turnover or gross receipts exceed 44 AB. Means for individual and HUF, for individual and HUF, TDS chapter is applicable if their books of accounts are audited. Okay. An aggregate rate of TDS and surcharge shall be increased by 4% in case of salary. You remember 192 salary mein TDS is deducted on tax plus ESS mila ke. Okay. Even in case while you make payment to foreign companies and non-residents, you deduct TDS with cess. Irrespective of accounting method followed by employer, TDS is deductible on actual payment basis and salary. Except salary, lottery, horse races, online gaming and all, TDS is deducted on payment or credit. You know what? 194 CMA, I have kept an outstanding contract payment on March. I paid it in May. Even though it's outstanding, credited or paid, TDS to applicable hai. Today only it's March end and we want to pay brokerage to my son from our business firm. We are not going to pay him by check. We'll just book brokerage account debit to Soil Chheda. We are going to pay him. Followed all of you? Now we have not paying, but we have credited, no? We have booked an expense, no? TDS provisions are applicable. Except for casual income. lottery, horse races, online. Here, when cash comes, TDS is deducted. I want to repeat to all of you, TDS is applicable on payment, tax card ke pay karo, or credit. Even if I have credited, say purchase to creditor also, if I have done, 194Q is applicable. Hai na? Right. Now, these are some questions. I think question number 9th is very easy. You can do it as homework. 10th also. This one is asked so many times. Payment to an Australian cricketer for article. You remember? Cricketers are coming and paying match. They are working in advertisement or they are special editor in Times of India. And even when you make payment to cricketers and all, TDS is to be deducted at 20.8%. No, this is not right. इसमें 20.8% ही आएगा for sure. When you make payment to the foreign, it will be 20.8% for sure. It's wrong. इसको change कर दो. 25,000 paid into 20.8%. 5,200. While making payment to non-resident. There's no upper limit. 5,000 also if you pay to non-resident sportsman or non-resident entertainer, TDS is to be deducted at 20.8%. It's a very nice sum. I've already done it yesterday. 194 DA, insurance related. 12th one I did it today. It will surely come in exam. 13th one is a very small one you can do. Whenever you make payment to government, RBI and all TDS provisions are not, you can't say government I am paying you, I will deduct TDS. फिर TDS काट के भी तो government को देना है ना. Followed? Yeah. Sometimes we can make application to AO. You know, for example, if I am a senior citizen and I don't have any income except for FD interest, and my FD interest is 80,000. Ma'am, senior citizen interest above 50,000, TDS is deducted under 194. कल पढ़ाया था आपको. अरे, but my total income is 80,000 and up to 3 lakh there is no income. So, you know, can I request not to deduct tax by submitting form number 15G, 15H? So, lower deduction or no deduction of tax. I'm going little fast because this procedure you can read it for once. हो गया खत्म. समझ में आ रहा है? TDS is also income received. Out of 100, if I deduct 20 and give you 80, your income is not 80, your income is 100. TDS is deemed to be received income. It's like I told you yesterday. It's like take 100 rupees. Listen, out of 100, give me 20. I'll pay tax on your behalf and give you certificate. Still, my expense is 100, your income is 100. Now, what's the duty of the deductor? See, whatever TDS I deduct, I can't keep 20 rupees in my pocket. 80 rupees I gave you, 20 rupees I deducted from you and I have to pay to government. If I keep it in my pocket, it's a crime. Government ka paisa chori kar rahe. Then what are the consequences? Whatever TDS or TCS is deposited or deducted or collected by 7th of next month. Yeah. And in case of March, by 30th of April, I have to pay. Are you all getting? Why for March 30th of April? Because so many people, we make yearly interest payment. So yearly only one TDS. So many payments, monthly payment. So next month ke 7th ke pehle, whatever tax I have deducted, I have to pay to government. Okay, right? And person deducting the tax, they have to file quarterly statements also. For June 31st, July, quarterly statement for TDS. For TCS also quarterly statement. 1 minute. These provisions, whatever I am explaining, are same for TDS and TCS. Even if you collect TCS, by 7th of next month, you have to pay it to government. And quarterly, you have to submit the statement. 30th June के बाद अगर TCS है तो 15 July, 31st July. September के बाद October 31st, 15th, like that. March के लिए 2 months time is there. 31st May, and for TCS 15th May, you have to submit. You know, when we submit quarterly statement, okay, I as Dipti Chheda have deducted the tax from Saran's return, Saran's income. Then Saran, if you check your 26 AS, it's auto drop. Ki this much of tax is paid on your behalf by Dipti ma'am. This much has taxes paid by ABC Limited where you are working, and so on. तो जितना TDS कटता है, that is auto drop. That's why PAN number is so important. Yeah. In case late furnishing of this TDS statement 234E, there's a penalty of 200 per day. If there is a mistake in TDS return payments and all, you can make a correction by applying online. Yeah, right. Consequences of failure to deduct or pay. See, if I am fail and I think you can skip this. सीधा ये कर लो. If I fail to deduct, then interest is 1% per month from the date on which tax is to be deducted, and it's actually deducted. If I miss deducting the tax and instead of paying you 80, I paid you 100 rupees. Oh, sorry, I forgot. 1% per month or part of the month is the interest. But I deducted and kept in my pocket 3 months. I didn't pay to government by 7th of next month. 1.5% per month. From the date when it is deducted and actually paid. Are you all with me? Yes? So interest related one question has come in the last exam and we can talk about it now. An amount of 40,000 was paid on 1st July towards fees for professional without deducting tax. 40,000 full I paid, professional payment 194J applicable. 30,000 के above अगर किसी को professional payment किए, TDS काटना था, हम भूल गए. कितना काटना था? 10%. Professional fees above 30,000. Only when remuneration is paid to managing director, 30,000 limit is not there. Consequently, 50,000 was due on February. Okay. And from that, tax is deducted at the rate of 10%, amounting to 9,000. This is 9,000. वो कोविड के टाइम रेट को चेंज किया था. TDS was still so complicated in COVID. I thought I've changed, but missed out. आप कर लो, कोई बात. 9,000. On the entire amount. Did you get my point? I paid you 40,000. So on that 4,000, I should have deducted the TDS in July. I didn't deduct. Then I paid you 50,000 in February. That time I deducted. So July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months on 4,000 for 8 months at the rate of 1%. Don't do 8 by 12. This is 1% interest per month, 12%. So this is the interest you have to pay. Are you getting? I should have deducted the TDS while making you 40,000 payment. 4,000 TDS काटना था जुलाई में, नहीं काटे, February में काटे, तो penalty. अच्छा, February I deducted on 90,000, 9,000. Then February when I deducted, I should have paid by 7th March. I paid it in 22nd June. So March, April, May and June, 4 months, even part of the month, full month. 9,000 rupees I deducted in February. I should have deposited in March. March, April, May, June, I deposited in June. So on 9,000 at the rate of 1.5% per month, which comes to 18% into 4 months. Ma'am, I did everything in TDS. I didn't do interest, and interest problem only came for 3 marks. And against this was house property, which was so easy. That's where you lose marks. Question number 5A, house property, 8 out of 8. Question number 5B, TDS interest, nahi aata. You can explain this to your family as a layman. Dekho, it's March. If you don't deduct TDS and deposit by 7th of the next month, for March, though, 1 month time is there, April, then 1% penalty is there. And if you deduct and keep it in your pocket and don't deposit to government, then 1.5%. Clear? Right? And whatever TDS I deduct and give you the net amount, I'll give you a certificate in form number 16 for salary, and in all the other cases in 16A. Okay? अब इसके due dates and have, which I would suggest it's okay. TAN number किसको चाहिए? Deductor को, to quote on all the challans, certificate, returns and all. Okay? Right. From here, I will continue the class tomorrow. I know I have taken little extra time. Today's class started with 194N, withdrawal of money, 194S, online gaming, 194R, perquisites, 194P, senior citizen. So these are the latest ones. So I made you understand the concept. I made you write the booster notes, and we have completed doing the problems also. Homework is without fail, spare half an hour. Do 2 problems. Only 2 problems I have given as homework. Answer is there. Check it up. Read the procedural part. I'll just need 30 to 40 minutes to complete TCS tomorrow, third part. And then along with this chota topic, return of income, advanced tax, interest, all that we can cover. So that when I go to the total income class day after tomorrow, without fail, don't miss it. How to read the question, presentation, how to complete the question, how to park things, how to interpret, when to solve the problem with default tax regime, when normal, everything will be clear in the coming 2 classes. And don't miss, TCS class will start tomorrow with amendment overseas tour operator. ठीक है? तो कल अच्छे से करेंगे इसको. Right? Clear to all of you? That's all for today. Thank you so much for staying connected till here. There are students who have left. जब मैंने 194M, मैम अब और एक आ गया, 194M है तो क्या करें? I know as a teacher, even I don't like it. TDS section, they have made it very complicated. So many sections, rates and limits. But whatever is best, exam tak mehnat karo. Exam ke baad, in your laptop, you can have all the softwares for TDS. So till then, journey is little, thoda technical hai, to kar lete hain. Salary, I made you remember all the limits. Deductions, we have done thoroughly. ATC, ATD, बहुत slow जाके किए. ये भी याद हो जाएगा, right? Comment below whether you understood the whole class or not. That's mandatory. That's like a Guru Dakshina for me. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Those who have registered for GST free batch, join us today evening, 6:15, chapter 3 starting. Right? Bye all of you. Yeah, after completing these classes, day after tomorrow, GST classes will be every day, continuous.